Welchig or Hurst, welcome to Hurta and the islands of St Kilda. My name's Sue and I'm the National Trust for Scotland Ranger for the island. The National Trust for Scotland owns the whole archipelago of St Kilda, so that's the 4 islands and 3 stacks. You're about to stand on the only place in the UK that's got mixed World Heritage status, and we have this for 2 reasons. Firstly, our wildlife, and secondly, our cultural heritage. The rich, pristine waters around the islands give us a huge base of nutrients which support a lot of life, and we're one of the most important bases for breeding seabirds in the North Atlantic. Of equal importance is the cultural heritage, and we have unique structures on this island, including cleation, enclosures and cottages, which you'll be about to see when you step ashore. First off, I'll start with the practical things. So when you first arrive on the island and you come up onto the jetty, it can be very slippy, so please use the handrails as you're coming up the steps. If you wouldn't mind using the toilets on board the ship, I would recommend that. We have got a few toilets here, but you don't want to waste precious time queuing for the toilet when you could be out exploring. We don't have any rubbish bins on the island, so if you do have rubbish, please take it back on board with you. And I'm afraid we don't allow the flying of drones for the disturbance to wildlife and people. Last of all, if you wouldn't mind remembering to wipe your boots as you go inside buildings, and also to wear a face mask just to keep everybody safe. When you first come onto the jetty, we'll walk along the jetty here and we'll walk through a disinfectant mat. If you could just walk straight through it, it's just to keep the island safe. Walk with me. So when you've come up the slipway, the first house you come to is this white house called the Manse, which is where myself and my 2 colleagues live for the season. So that's Craig, our seabird and marine ranger, and Claire, our archaeologist. And when you get up here, you'll find there's a box here that's got leaflets in it. So these are, one of them is a map of St Kilda, and the other one gives you some information about the birds of St Kilda throughout the season. So please help yourselves to these maps, they'll help you get around the village. From here you can see there's a white house up there, that's called the Factor's House. That's actually closed to the public. We've got researchers and volunteers staying there at the moment, so please don't go in there. Directly in front of that building there's a flat roofed grey building, that's the toilet, so you're welcome to use the public toilets there. And there is a drinking water tap on the outside of the building, so please refill your bottles if you need it. And then you can see in front of here there's a wooden clad building. This is actually owned by Kinetic, who work for the Ministry of Defence. This area isn't for exploring, so please keep away from these buildings and don't wander through. Be very grateful if you could do that. So I'll show you now how we get through to the church and the school. Follow me. So here we are at the church and the school, so we're going in a minute. So just when you first get here, if you could just wipe your boots, just to keep the floors clean. And if you could remember to put your face masks on when you go indoors anywhere on the island, we'd really appreciate it. Come on, we'll go and look inside. The church is very atmospheric and very important to the islanders, and just off the church we've got the school room here. As you can see, we've got a few items for sale. This is the St Kilda Club, who are a separate charity who run our honesty shop. And anything that you buy from this shop will come directly back to the island to be used in conservation work. So have a look around. It's an honesty shop, so please just put your money in the box over there. And if you are interested in joining the St Kilda Club, the details are all in the box at the front, which we just left before. So please consider that, because more people who join, the more help we get, the more conservation we can do. Come with me now, I'm going to just walk up to the street. I'll show you the way up there. So we've just come up from the school now, so we're now on the main street. Next to me here is the Factors House. This is used by researchers and volunteers, so please don't go into this building, it's privately occupied, the same as the rest of the cottages. On this side is the public toilet, so you're very welcome to use the toilets here. And then we're on the main street, so I'll just continue on and just follow me now. So now we've walked up from the school and the church, we've gone past the Factors House and the public toilets, and we're now on this iconic street of St Kilda. All of the buildings that you've passed are actually closed to the public. We've got researchers and volunteers staying in them. But the one cottage that you can go in is this one, number 3, and this is our museum. You can identify it by the big bench outside. Please take time to go inside. There's an awful lot of information and many artefacts to have a look at, so it's very interesting before you continue on along the street. Different times of the year bring different wildlife spectacles. At the moment, early spring, we have lambing. So this is April, May time. Just be aware that the lambs are very small, and the mothers, if we walk between the lambs and the ewes, the mothers may well reject the lambs. So we're just asking that you keep your distance. By all means take photographs, but please keep your distance and don't get between the two creatures. Later in the year, as we're moving into the seabird breeding season, you may well see large white seabirds called fulmars sitting on the structures of the island. Again, please don't get too close to them. They may show signs of agitation if they feel cornered or threatened, so please just give them space. If you've enjoyed your trip here, it might be worth considering taking out membership for the National Trust for Scotland, because this supports all of our conservation work both here and across the country. We hope you really enjoy your visit. We're delighted that you can make it today, and we look forward to meeting you all when you come ashore. Thank you.